Are you ready? 3, 2,
let's go.
1, let's go.
Hey guys, welcome back, Bushcraft family, with another video. And I've talked about this. Lake has talked about this. Multiple people. We keep bringing this up, and 6 months down the road, all of a sudden it breaks as big news. But this is breaking news today. I didn't mean to bring the breaking news thing up again, but it did. It broke today. This is something very important. But before we get to that part, we're going to kind of go down the trail of this first. Now, I know Lake has talked about the cows catching the bird flu, and hence I got all the chickens behind me. I better be careful. But there's a few things involved in this that they've already tested and found out that cows are indeed carrying the bird flu virus. And now I don't know if this is the way it's supposed to be planned or whatnot, but we'll go down this route a little bit. Sales of raw milk appear to be on the rise, despite years of warning about health risk of drinking unpasteurized products. And basically, they just cook it until it gets to a certain temperature. And with an outbreak of bird flu in dairy cows, yes, cows now have the bird flu. Since March 25th, when the bird flu virus was confirmed in U.S. cattle for the first time, weekly sales of raw cow's milk have ticked up 21%, as much as 65% compared to the same periods a year ago, according to market research. And that's with all the warnings and stuff. People are out there wanting the raw milk. They don't want the pasteurized stuff. Now, certain states do have, laws against this and all that fancy stuff, especially California and whatnot. But everybody's been warning, don't drink that raw milk. It's got bird flu, all this. And now this is where we're going to go over to the other story. Michigan farm worker diagnosed with bird flu, becoming the second U.S. case tied to dairy cows. What they said could not happen has happened. Michigan dairy farmer has been diagnosed with bird flu, the second human case associated with an outbreak in U.S. dairy cows. The patient had mild eye symptoms and has recovered. That's about all they say about it. U.S. and Michigan health officials said in an announcement the case Wednesday. The worker had been in contact with the cow or the cows presumed to be infected, and the risk to the public remains low, officials said. And to confirm this, a nasal swab from the person tested negative for the virus, but an eye swab tested positive, indicating an eye infection. The U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention said in a statement, since 2020, a bird flu has been spreading among animal species. And again, we've talked about this, including cats, dogs, skunks, bears, even seals, and porpoises. Is that a porpoises? Well, anyway, a porpoise, multiple ones. I don't know how to I don't know. Anyway, let's move on. In scores of countries, the detection in U.S. livestock earlier this year was an unexpected twist that sparked questions about food safety and whether it would start spreading among humans. And the new case marks a third time a person in the United States has been diagnosed with what's known as type A H5N1 virus. In 2022, a prison inmate in a work program picked it up while killing infected birds at a poultry farm in somewhere in Colorado. I can't remember where it was at, but his only symptoms were fatigue, and he recovered. It's now spreading amongst cows, and I see this is the thing, is what they are saying is this person who got infected, why all the talk about the raw milk and everything? Did he, get thirsty and was drinking some of the milk, or did he squirt some in his eye or whatnot? And there's a lot of mysterious questions here that I would love to ask these investigators and whatnot. Why was there a nasal swab that tested negative, but a eye swab tested positive? Now, I would want to know if he also had blood tests to determine if he had it, or just was there like a feather that brushed across his eye and gave him pink eye or something? Did a cow fart in his face and give him pink eye? And then, that's bird flu. There's a lot of stuff here. I'm not trying to be funny or anything, but there's a lot of stuff here that it's very little stuff. And the patient had mild eye symptoms and has recovered. Boom. That's it. No more said. And again, this is Michigan. So where do we go from here? Do we start worrying about, milk? Do we start worrying about raw milk, or do we start worrying about the cows? And they're already saying that it's spread, for one thing, in porpoises. They're in the water. So are we testing the water to see if it has bird flu in it? How are seals and whatnot getting it? The cats and dogs, are they just around where the chickens are at? And how does one know if your pets have bird flu? Do they get sores in their eyes, or what are the symptoms? That they don't tell you anything that you would know any of this stuff. They tell some of the symptoms that you may get as a human, but not some of the animals. It's totally different on each animal, it seems. And at this time, is it something to push fear, or is it something that we should be, concerned about? I will try to dig into more of this as the story comes out, but again, this report just came out today, so that he was tested and everything, and it was confirmed he had or has bird flu. And we'll go from there. And let me know what you guys think down in the comments, because it's one of those puzzled things to where you kind of want to pay attention to it. And yeah, it's, until next time, God bless.